Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a 5-block swapper. So at the bottom here we have 4 workbenches, and the 5th block is your floor block. So how this works is when you hit this button, your workbenches should be popping out of the floor like this. And your 5th block should be completely flush with the floor. The stuff that you'll need to be building this is here. You can pause the video if you like. Alright, so here we have our platform. You want to build this underground, so make sure it's 4 blocks deep, 3 blocks wide, and 5 blocks long. So once you're done digging out your platform, you want to start by placing 2 blocks from this corner here, or any corner. Place a button here if you want to test it, a redstone torch here, and a redstone dust there. Then you want to place a sticky piston just below that block, and an observer right next to this sticky piston facing upwards. You can see the little arrow there. Then you want to place a block on the top like this, break that bottom one. Just leave that block up there. Then you want to come to the center next to this piston and place 2 sticky pistons facing up like this. Just make sure that the bottom one is extended. So the next thing you want to do is place an observer facing the bottom piston and a solid block behind it. Then you want to run 2 redstone dusts in like this. You come to this corner, place a redstone lamp on the top like this, an observer facing that redstone lamp, and then you want to place a sticky piston at the bottom of the observer like that, and another observer facing upwards, and 2 solid blocks on the top like this. Then you want to place another solid block at the bottom and place a repeater running into this block with the redstone dust on the top like this. Then what you want to do next is come to this corner and place a normal piston here, an observer running into that piston, facing that piston, or whatever. Place a solid block behind it, and then you want to place a normal piston here, a sticky piston here, temporary block, and a normal piston facing in like this. Make sure that you have a stone cutter next to your floor block, and then you can place the rest in this order. Make sure that you don't place any blocks here, and then once you place all your workbenches, just give it a test. It should work. All your workbenches will be popped out. This piston will extend. See, the piston doesn't extend because the redstone doesn't travel through half blocks like this, causing this block to stay completely hidden in your floor. So this is like one of the best block swapper designs you'll ever build in Minecraft. I didn't make this. I saw this on YouTube. Somebody built it. So this button here is just for testing. If you want to connect it to the top, to the surface or something. There, you can do it like this. Place some redstone down like this into this block. Make sure that it's running into this block, and then you can just place your button here because the redstone is running into this block. So when you hit this button, it should charge this redstone, causing the whole system to work. So yeah, I'm just gonna explain it again. So when you hit this button, this redstone torch will turn off, causing this piston to retract, causing this piston to extend, which will then cause this observer to fire a redstone signal across this line, which will then power this piston up here. And then once this observer is pushed by this piston, it'll send a redstone signal to this block, which will then fire this piston, and this observer will notice this piston firing, which will then send a signal to this block, powering this this piston and this redstone lamp, and there's an observer facing this redstone lamp which will then send a signal once this turns on to this piston right here, which will then push this observer, and when the observer is on this side, it will power this block, which will power this repeater, powering this block, powering this redstone dust, which will then fire this piston, and then it will, once this redstone lamp turns off again, then it will pull the the observer back into this place, which will then send a signal to this block, which will then power this sticky piston. So this sticky piston should be the last piston fired. There, you see that? You see that? Oh shit, I broke, oh my gosh, I broke